Today's video is gonna be a little bit different video from what I normally posting. So the day before yesterday, on the 17th of July, was my 2 years Germany birthday. I want to call it as a birthday because it's been 2 years since I'm living in Germany, and I wanted to celebrate a little bit with myself with a little cake. And then that day I forgot. Yesterday I remembered, so I bought the cake from the cafe in front of my house, and I was gonna do like a little celebrate video, eat a cake together, and then talk about my Germany story. So I did it. I filmed, and later when I checked my videos, I really didn't like it. So now I'm going to try again. Because yesterday I just talked like whatever comes in my mind. It was going like too many different directions. So today I wrote it down. I kind of organized more on my iPad. So let's get started. So like I said, I wanted to celebrate with myself with a little cake because I feel special, and I wanted to talk about why I feel special. So I think the reason why I feel special about it is because I never lived in another country this long. Well, I lived in Australia and Canada, but that was also working holiday. So I always had to leave after a year, whether I like or not. So I always felt that there's some kind of limit that I can not do anything about. But when I was in Australia, I wasn't even thinking about staying more longer because I also have my university left, so I had to come back to Korea. So Australia was just 1 year, and then after Australia, I really liked living in another country because I can learn their culture, I can see a lot of things. Since I lived in only Korea for my entire life, I was kind of shocked by what I see, what I experience. So after that, I finished my university and decided to move to other country. So after Australia, when I went to Canada, I felt more pressure on me because it wasn't just, okay, I go there, I'm gonna just live 1 year and then come back to Korea just for fun or just for experience. I was more like, I have to figure it out where I want to live and how I'm going to live. In Canada, in the beginning, I wanted to settle down there, but somehow I was keep thinking about Europe. I wanted to come to Europe to see what's here. And even though I was really stable in Vancouver, like I liked my job, I had good friends, I traveled a lot, but somehow there was always something that I'm really like craving for. In Europe, I was thinking like, what if there is something that I always wanted to see? What if I like Europe more? Even I was kind of upset to myself why I cannot just satisfied and just stay here. Like why I bother myself so much thinking about other countries that I never been to. Anyway, after that, I decided to leave Canada and come back to Korea just to come to Germany. Right after I came back to Korea, after a month, Corona happened. So I stayed in Korea for 2 years, and then finally 2021 I came to Germany. Living in Germany is like, I feel like I can stay here. I can live here if I want to live here. I feel more easier than Australia and Canada. Also, by the time when I was living in Canada, like the immigration was really closed. I had to spend a lot of money to get another working holiday visa 1 year more, or I had to go to the university and pay a lot of tuition, or working in Korean restaurant to get sponsor. Yeah, which I didn't like it at all. So after Canada, I moved to Germany, and then I spent 1 year with working holiday visa, and then my work visa 1 year, and then now I'm preparing my 3rd year. So that was the reason why I feel special about my 2 years in Germany. And I wanted to talk more about the questions that I got so far. So I have 5 questions. Number 1, why I came to Germany. And second, why Berlin. Third, what I'm doing in Germany. And 4th, language school and German. And the last one is city recommendation. So the first, why I came to Germany. I think it started with my major because I majored sports science in Korea. And since the Germany was always famous with sports, I always wanted to come to Germany and study more about sports. So that's the reason why I thought about Germany in the first place. So the second question, why Berlin? So when I first came to Germany, I went to Cologne, not to Berlin. It's because there's a Cologne Sports University, and one of my friends from university was studying in that university. And also the other reason is when I was thinking about like where to go, which city that I want to go in Germany, I was searching a lot on YouTube and watched a lot of videos. And like whenever I saw the video about Berlin, I only see something like dirty street, like a lot of graffitis, which I don't like. And in the video, people said like, "Oh, Berlin is so cool. Like this is so hip." And like for me, I only see dirty, like, mm-mm. So I didn't like to go to Berlin. That's why I choose Cologne. I saw the video about Rhine River with sunset and it was so beautiful. I was like, oh, Cologne is beautiful. I want to go there. And also my friend was there and the university was there. So that's why I choose Cologne first. So I stayed in Cologne for like 6 months and then I traveled to Berlin with my friend. And when I came to Berlin, I was like, Berlin is beautiful. Like this is not what I expected because it was October. The weather was perfect, was really nice, sunny, and Berlin is big. Like cannot compare to Cologne. It's big city. There's a lot of things to see and a lot of like historical places. So I was really like, I like Cologne. It's okay. I was like trying to comfort myself. It's okay. It's nice. I have Rhine River, but later I decided to move to Berlin and I moved here on the New Year's Day. So yeah, I moved to Berlin and I'm really, really happy about my decision. And the third one, what I'm doing in Germany. So first, when I came to Cologne, I worked as a personal trainer. I worked in the gym and also did online training. And then later, I started working with my landlord. This is IT company and I'm kind of like their personal trainer for the company. So I make workout videos. I give people active breaks in the meeting and sometimes I go to the seminar or a company event and then give them session in person. So yeah, just giving them like training, but it's a little bit different with personal trainer. And from end of last year, I'm also working in the cheese store in Berlin, but this is only a mini job because I already have other job, the IT company. So I'm working in the cheese store only 9 hours as a mini job. And the fourth question is language school and German. Some people ask me about if I can recommend the language school or if I went to the language school, but I didn't. Well, I went to language school once in Cologne, but that was only for a trial. And then after, I didn't really start, so I cannot recommend. And even though I never studied so far, I want to learn German. But I'm telling this from January with New Year's, but I haven't really started. But hopefully I'm going to start soon. And the last question is about the cities. For me, I would recommend Berlin for sure because I really love it. But like every city has, there's a pros and cons. I think the good part of Berlin is this is big city. This is capital of Germany. So there's always a lot of things to see, a lot of things going on. So if you're looking for something fun, something interesting, then I would recommend Berlin. And also there's a lot of historical places and like a lot of cafes. So if you're interested about something like that, then Berlin is the right place. And the bad part about Berlin, it's really hard to get a house. It's really, really hard. And it's really expensive, I think. And also Berlin is poor city. So the wage is lower than other cities, I think. Like compared to Cologne or where else? Like Munich. Yeah. Berlin has a lower wage. So about the city, I think you can find a lot of information online. And I think it's all similar. So I don't think I need to talk about more detail. But there was one thing that I wanted to talk about this, like which city. So before I come to Germany, I kinda wanted to go to the place where has less Korean. Like it was always same. Like when I went to Perth in Australia and to Canada, I kinda wanted to go where less Korean lives. But after lived in 3 countries, I think everywhere is same. Like everywhere has Korean. There's no places that you can find zero Korean. So it's always same. I would like to say just go where you feel like to go. And also the reason that I kind of wanted to avoid a lot of Korean was because of learning English. But I think it's all same. Like it's all up to you at the end. Like it's just how you try. So the city, just follow your heart and you can always move somewhere. That was my answer about the cities. And before I end my video, I want to talk about one thing. Before I came to Germany, I was really worried about a lot of things. Like, what if I cannot make it? What if I have to come back to Korea only after like 2 months? What if I don't have money? What if I cannot get a job with English? So there was a lot of what if. I was hoping like, at least I can stay until Christmas so I can experience my Christmas in Europe. That was really sad and really terrifying for me. That much I wasn't really sure about Germany. So from like second year of my university until I finally come here to Germany, I think it took like 7 years, more than 5 years. But after all this, like what if, I'm living in Germany right now, 2 years already, and I'm preparing my 3rd year, and I'm surprisingly surviving well, and I'm happy with my life here in Berlin. I finally found a place that I want to call as a home and feel like it's my home. And also with a lot of people, a lot of my friends who adds a lot of meanings into my life. And there's one thing that I always believe is you will never know unless you go. And you will always learn something from that. I think that always motivates me to try new things and support my decision, even though with fears. And I'm really happy about all of my decisions. So I will end my video here. I hope you guys enjoyed talking with me or helped a little bit if you were considering moving to another countries. And if you have other questions, please leave the comment that I can talk about in another videos. Bye!